It's good news, y'all. It's good news. Yes, it's good news. Actually, it's great news because now we about to watch a better fight. We about to watch Devin Haney versus Kambosos this Saturday. Right, this Saturday. Depends on where you at. This Sunday, because they fighting in Australia. So we about to watch Devin Haney, and guess who's in his camp? His dad. His dad is in his camp. So that's good news because in the press conference and in the build-up to the fight between George Kambosos and Devin Haney has been looking a little puzzled. Now, one of the reasons why he's been looking a little puzzled is because George Kambosos has been getting in Devin Haney's head. Let me rewind that. George Kambosos has been getting in Devin Haney's head. In my opinion, he called Devin Haney a rat. A rat. He called Devin Haney a rat. And all throughout the post, the build-up, he's been calling Devin Haney a rat. And I think that's been getting to Devin Haney. He said that when George Kambosos was getting ready for Teofimo Lopez, that Devin Haney was texting him, tweeting him, DMing him that Teofimo Lopez is not ready. He's been partying. He's been getting into it with the wifey. And that seems to be getting to Devin Haney. But, and I think it was going to be an uphill fight for Devin Haney to win in Australia with the Australian fans and with his head trainer, his dad, not being in his corner. But great news, because right before the fight starts, Bill Haney has been awarded to come and be with his son. Now, will it help? I don't know. But we about to find out. What's up, though? What's up, champ? What it do? We about to find out, y'all. At K9 Boxing. It was going to be a good fight regardless, I believe. Regardless of the fact. But now, the game changer. The game changer is the confidence of being in the whole of the country with everybody screaming, Kambosos, Kambosos, Kambosos. Might not even affect Devin Haney. Because now, Devin, if I'm not mistaken, the Dream, Haney, will have confidence like never before. Now, he had to have confidence to even want to go to Australia. Sign a contract that even if he beats him, that he will fight him again in Australia. Let me rewind that. He said, he signed, if I beat this man again, or if I beat this man, period, I'll go fight him again. Not only will I go fight him again, right in the same ring, same country, same spot. And this time, since his dad was awarded to be able to come over to Australia, his dad would be in his corner both times. That's if he can get the win. Now, if he don't get the win, George Kambosos is moving on. And who will he fight if he wins? Well, we're sitting on Macheco was on the list. But, Lomachenko had fish to fry, a lot of fish in a whole other country. So he's going to war. He's fighting for his country. He's fighting for his country. Devin Haney is fighting to be the man. He's fighting to be the man and took chances and said, you know what? I want to fight so bad. Not only would I come over to your country, if I beat you, let's sign it. I give you an opportunity to get your belts back in a rematch. Your country, your spot. So one thing we can definitely say about your boy Devin Haney, he has cojones. Yes, he has balls. All I have in this world. Yes, boss. He has meaning, heart. I want you to get it twisted, meaning that he has heart. And it's a game changer now. Bill Haney will be at the fight. He will be working his son's corner. Now, will he be a distraction? Because I know that the team has been working on other things, since Bill probably wasn't going to make it in time. But we know they was working, trying real hard to get his dad over there, I don't think just, because his dad's there that they necessarily have to work on certain things. I think the fact that his dad is there and he will be motivating him, just to see his image, just to see the man that birthed him, the man that knows him more than any of his trainers, that knows him more than any fans, will be in his corner. He will be there with him, going to war with him. And that's fire. And I'm looking for a good fight. I'm looking for a firefight between both fighters. Now, Kambosos, at the time before Bill Haney was allowed to come over to represent the dream, Devin Haney, he was maybe a slight favorite. But now it's starting to become a lot more even. Like, I don't know what the odds are and who's the favorite in the fight and all that kind of stuff, because both guys can fight. You would think that the favorite would be George Kambosos, because George Kambosos is the undisputed champion because he has 3 belts, so he has majority of the belts. Now I know that Devin Haney has a belt, but I don't know if he's actually fighting for his belt because he moves up, goes down, a little bit, from lightweight to junior lightweight. So I don't know what the case is, but we know for sure they both fighting for Kambosos belts. The belts that he has means the most. That's the reason why Devin Haney is going over there. What George Kambosos has means a lot. Because if it didn't mean a lot, Devin Haney wouldn't be going over there. He wouldn't be going over there. Why? Why would he go to another man's country for less money? Because I heard that whatever he's getting is not what he's supposed to get. But I believe he's saying to himself, as long as I get them belts, it ain't gonna matter. My next fight, I will make up. Whatever I'm not getting, I get the next fight. And he's definitely daring to be great. Think about it. The man has a brand. He has over 1 million followers on Instagram. Devin Haney, that is. So he's more popular. He's bigger, definitely in the United States. Now, of course, in Australia, Kambosos is bigger. That's the reason why he said, whoever I fight, especially with having all the belts, I'm fighting him in my country. So he is bigger in the fight game right now. If you say fighter, who's bigger? Belts mean something, So when you got 3 of them, that means something. And when you've been sparring Manny Pacquiao, and I'm talking about giving Manny Pacquiao good work, even though you got less fights than Devin Haney, George Kambosos has more experience. Yes, he has more experience. Devin Haney got a lot of his wins early on in his career from fighting over in Mexico. Hand-picked fights, build a record up, then let's go to America and get some real work. A lot of fighters do that. They go over to Mexico because, you can fight every week if you want to. You can fight 2-3 times a week the way they allow it over in Mexico, because fighters over there are desperate to feed their families, and, they will go in there and fight you for a little or nothing, just to, get a paycheck. One thing about the Mexicans, bro, they gonna sleep in the front room, 10 of them, whatever it takes. They gonna make it happen, to take care of their families, to be comfortable. They really diehard fans and really diehard fighters. They gonna do whatever it takes. They really hard workers. So the country of Mexico, nothing but love and respect. The Mexicans are doing a lot of work in the sport of boxing since the days of Julio Cesar Chavez, all the way up to Canelo Alvarez, and before him, Oscar De La Hoya, and the list goes on and on and on. So we are fighting in Australia, though. We're not fighting in Mexico. We're not fighting in the United Kingdom. We're not fighting in my hometown, Detroit, Michigan. We're fighting in Australia. And the fight will be live Sunday in Australia, Saturday in America. So, let's see what happens. Champion, what's up, Champion? Champion said, how you feel about Haney's Pop's new situation? It's a good look. It's a great look. Haney went from 7 to 10 quick. Man, my dad gonna be here. I'm gonna whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that. Let's go, champ. The dog is coming, and that's just what it is. Spider Moose, I'm back, champ. The dog is here. Dan said Kambosos had the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF, and the Ring Magazine title. So he straps on top of straps on top of straps. So hold on. Haney has the WBC. So whoever wins this fight gonna be the unified, undisputed champion of the world. That's why Haney's trying to get him off. Now the WBC belt, to me, it looks the best. And they do more for their organization than the WBO, the WBA, and the IBF. But when you got 3 belts versus 1 belt, 3 belts actually do way more than 1 belt on top of the Ring Magazine belt, and I never was ever pressed for that. That's a magazine belt. That's supposed to mean something, but give me the WBA, the WBO, the WBC, or the IBF, and I'm straight. You could keep the Ring Magazine, back the belt, the Ring Magazine belt. And now I've been in the Ring Magazine. Speaking of Ring Magazine, I've been on the front page, and I thank God for that. I've paid my dues, and I thank God for that. And that's one of the reasons why we live. That's right, your boy, right here, K9 Bundridge. The oldest world champion in junior middleweight history. Now, if Devin Haney beats George Kambosos, he has to fight George Kambosos again. Let me rewind that. If Devin Haney beats George Kambosos, he has to fight him again. And guess where? In the same spot. Now, signing that contract, would have been hard for me if I was in that situation to do. But I'm not Devin, and Devin not me. So Devin did it because he wanted them belts that bad, and he feels that he can beat George Kambosos. So he said, whatever it takes, I'm gonna do it. Now who knows? Would he fight him in a rematch? He might just vacate the belts. I don't know how the contract is set up, that if he wins, he has to fight him again, or he has to vacate the belts, or what. I don't know what the contract says, but I definitely believe that it will be real hard to beat Kambosos 2 times in a row, especially if he don't stop him in the first fight. Now, if he stops him, then Kambosos won't probably go into the fight with the same confidence. And stop it! We could be screaming that once again. Yeah, I don't know, champion. That's a pick'em fight. That is a pick'em fight. Chris, that's right. Tell these boys, when y'all tap in, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't just jump into the conversation without going pop. Hit the like button. You can just tap it. You can jab it. You know what I mean? You can throw a left hook to it. But whatever you do, hit it. You know what I'm saying? Just make it happen. Make it happen, Captain. Up early in the morning. So, yeah, that fight, like I say, will be Sunday in Australia. Depends on, what time zone you on. I know in Michigan, in Eastern time, we gonna be going live. That's right. At K9 Boxing, we going live, I believe, at 8 p.m. So we definitely gonna be calling the fights. Y'all definitely make sure y'all tap in. Bill Haney granted 11th hour approval from travel visa. What y'all think about that? What a good look. The champ is here. Hey, listen, when he see his dad, he gonna give him the biggest hug. Like, man, it was a million of them. It was 1,000 of them. They were all against me. You know what I mean? I was kind of confused. I was like, where my dad at? But I held it down. I said, everything gonna be all right because I'm a grown man. But to see you, Dad, we gonna whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Shizzle. So, yeah, absolutely. Edwin, tell him what time it is. All I need is a little support. Just a little support. All it takes is a hug sometimes. A hug will go a long way. It's like, I needed that, relief. Come on, man. All we need is love. The greatest Bible scripture or phrase, commandment is love. So all we need is a little love. LL Cool J said, I need love. Doom, 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 doom. And Devin Haney gonna get a lot of love. And Bill Haney gonna definitely move right in with no problem. Because that's his son. Now, even though Devin Haney probably been working on certain things. And guess what? Whatever he worked on, it's gonna come to fruition a lot easier, a lot smoother, because the focus is gonna be there like never before. Like never before. Because he was focused. You could see it in his eyes. At the same time, you could see that he was distracted too. He was distracted because Kambosos was playing mind games. He was, you a rat. You are a rat. A rat. I'm talking about big rat, like the ones that be out there in New York. The rats be this big. You are a rat. Because Devin Haney, that is, so they say. And Devin Haney never denied it. But he was saying, Kambosos was saying that Devin Haney was DMing him about Teofimo Lopez, saying Teofimo Lopez, has been drinking. He's out partying. He is not focused. Him and the lady are not on good terms. You can whoop that trick. You can beat this man, And one of the reasons why he probably told him that is because if Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez, he would probably be right in position or next up to fight him, and will call him out quickly because he felt like it'd be an easier test and a chance that he can become a unified world champion because he felt like he could beat George Kambosos. On the other hand, he didn't want Teofimo Lopez to win because that would have been a whole nother monster. So that's the reason why he was telling George Kambosos that he has a good chance, opportunity, and he can beat him because Teofimo is not focused, tunnel vision. Yeah, Zab, dad is there, and we know his dad is there. And but what's gonna mean more than Zab's dad being there is Bill being there. His dad is there. His dad is there. That's what's gonna mean everything to Devin Haney. T Mac said he hopes. Woo! That's bold, buddy. He hopes that Kambosos catches a body. Wow. Why? Why you want him to catch a body? Why don't you like Devin Haney? Do you think Devin Haney is good for the sport? Who do you think is the favorite in that fight? Do y'all think that Kambosos is the favorite? Or do y'all think Devin Haney is the favorite? I would think it would be Kambosos because he has more belts and he has a huge home court advantage. Devin Haney, dad coming to work his corner is going to be huge for Devin Haney because he might have 7 fans in the arena, all from America, that went out there to scream for him, to root for him. You ain't going to hear nothing but the fans in Australia. Kambosos, 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 Kambosos. They're going to be cheering. They're going to be rooting for him, and that could be influential to the judges. It can influence the judges that if it's a close round, they give it to George Kambosos. I don't see neither fighter knocking out each other or neither fighter. It goes the distance. So, people are betting. I think, I'm not a bettor. I'm not going to bet, We can make an agreement. We could do push-ups, on who we think going to win. And right now I'm undecided, but, I definitely think it's going a distance. And if anybody is betting it goes to the decision, I think that's going to be the right choice to make. But don't bet because ain't it like losing your money over something you don't have no control over. That's why I don't bet no more. I'm talking about like bet, $20, you know what I mean, and $50, and I really don't look at that as a bet, but I guess a bet is a bet. So I say an agreement. We can agree that if I win, I buy you lunch. If you win, I buy you lunch. So somebody gonna get a lunch, and ain't nothing wrong with eating. You got to stay alive. You got to eat. And I wonder what Devin Haney has been eating over in Australia because food is different in different countries. I know when I went to Mexico, I was told not to drink the water. So we had to drink bottled waters because it'll make you sick. It's different, a whole other country. Devin Haney has been over in Australia for a couple of weeks to get adjusted to the scenery, to be, on the same time zone and everything, to get acclimated to being over in Australia. Yeah, Chris is my kind of bets too, brother. Yeah, so Spider Musa, I think it's going to go late, but I hope Haney can turn it up in the championship rounds and finish strong. So Spider Moose, even though he's from overseas, the United Kingdom, he's rolling with the American. He's rolling with Devin Haney. And that's the thing. No matter what country you from, whoever you decide that you like, that you want to win, should be the guy you like and you should want to win. It shouldn't be about countries when it comes to a boxing match. It should be about whoever you like, you know, and you go with whoever you like. You know, that's what I believe it should be about. Chris said it's going to be a split decision, and he has Devin Haney in a split decision. Now, in a split decision, it's hard to see them giving it to Devin. If you hear split decision and Devin is fighting Kambosos in his country, split decision, what you would think it would mean Devin Haney, somebody, you know, Devin Haney might have really won a fight, but one of the judges gave it to him. But the other two gave it to George Kambosos. And I know how that stuff go. You hear me? I've been in it for a long time. Over 30 years, I've been in the sport of boxing. Let me rewind that. And the sport of boxing, I've been in it for over 30 years. So I done saw everything. Everything. I'm talking about everything. And it won't be long, y'all. We less than a day before the fight happens. We've been having good fights back to back to back to back every week. You know, oh man. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Charlo Castano, Jamel Charlo, Brian Castano, Devin Haney, you know, George Kambosos, Javante Davis, you know, Rolly on my wrist. Man, we just having great fights back to back to back. The Tyson Fury fight this year, I still haven't looked to see was that this year he fought. Deontay Wilder, Erickson Lubin, Honduras Ambassador. That might be the fight of the year. It's just been a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Man, rest in peace to Hutch. You know, got to get that out there, man. He was a very known jeweler. You know, he did pieces for a lot of rappers. I even bought a rollie from him. You know, bought a rollie off his wrist. Good dude, man, from what I know. And my condolences goes out to him and his family. And may he rest in peace. Yeah. It's a crazy world we're living in right now. Spider Moose says, Ireland not in the UK. Me and you is just going to get that straight. We will spar, champ. Oh, man. Ireland in the building. Ireland. Hey, I like Ireland. You know, Ireland, one of my favorite spots. That's where my homeboy, Andy Lee, from. Oh, yeah, Valdez and Shakur. You know, that was another fight. I really didn't really like that fight, to be honest with you, Chris. I thought Shakur could have done more, you know, but Valdez was just out to prove a point, you know. I think Valdez fought Shakur Stevenson the way that Daniel Jacobs fought Triple G. He just wanted to go out there and make it a rough and tough fight and you know, get people to say, man, that man, all right. And that's what Daniel Jacobs did. And I think Daniel Jacobs could have beat Triple G, but his win was to go the distance because Triple G was knocking everybody out. Everybody out. Let me rewind that. He was knocking everybody out. Now, I don't know what Deontay Wilder is gonna do next. You know, when you got a high price of living and majority of your money is coming from boxing, you know, when you spending but you're not receiving, and you can stand to make another $20-25 million in your next fight to catch up on some of the bills or catch up on some of the spending that you've been doing, 9 times out of 10, he is getting back in the ring. Now, if he signed a big contract to wrestle or to be a wrestler, you know, if he get the, sign contracts and start acting and making millions of dollars doing that, then most likely he won't come back. But guaranteed, 9 times out of 10, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I'm back. I'll be back. He'll be back. Yes, indeed. That'll be a good fight. Wilder versus Reese will be a good fight. Reese gonna be on Wilder like a K9 t-shirt. Wilder got the right hand to make you say, stop it! It could be over with. So I don't know. That'd be a good one. That could go either way. But I would say I would lean toward Deontay Wilder to win that fight. Because even though Andy Reese could be on him like a K9 t-shirt, you know what I mean? All it takes is one punch. And only person that beat Wilder and that probably can beat Wilder in heavyweight division right now is Tyson Fury. Yeah, so I think if Wilder, goes out there and uses his jab, I think he'll put Andy Reese Jr. to sleep. Yeah, it's a lot going on. A lot going on. We already know Anthony Joshua is teaming up with Mikey Garcia's uncle. It's a lot going on. But ain't nothing more going on right now in boxing than Bill Haney being in Devin Haney's corner to fight the big fight for all the belts, Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. That's going to be something serious. You hear me? Something serious. Ain't going to be listening. Somebody must go. And you got to give credit to Devin Haney. He is daring to be great, And not everybody is taking chances. Chances make champions. And, that's the reason why Devin Haney is a champion. Good champion. I see greatness in Devin Haney. If he can pull this one off, he will be the man. And that's what I think that he wants to be in his division. He wants to be the man. We all talk about Tefimo Lopez. We talk about Shakur Stevenson. We talk about Gervonta Davis. We talk about Vasilino Macheco. We talk about Devin Haney. All of them are good. But if Devin Haney wins, he could jump over everybody and be the man. He'll be looking down at them, and they'll be looking up to him. And he'll be able to call more shots. And I think that's what it is. He wants to separate himself from everybody else. And in doing that, he has to win all the belts. Then he would be the man. He can go sit at the table and say, okay, fellas, this is what I'm offering. Or this is what I want. This is what I want. And that's what you want. You want to be able to call the shots. Big Mark. What it do, champ? Yeah. Big Mark. Chino said one judge already turned in his scorecards, 115, 113. That's a good one, champ. That's a good one. Right? So, yeah, I think, and from what I heard, it's not going to be any judges from America. It's not going to be any judges from Australia. So we might be on an even field. But then again, who actually went to get the judges? Was it Bill Haney and them? Devin Haney and them? Or was it George Kambosos and them? Yeah, so y'all tell me. Bird just flew into the window. They be drunk. Like they done got hit by Cornelius K9 Bundridge. So what's really happening? Oh man, so there you have it, fellas. A bark, a bite, a overhand right. Devin Haney, the dream, has dreamed all his life of being undisputed champ of the world. But will it happen for him? Can he do it? Can he pull it off in another man's country? Big timers, what's happening, big fella? Money's on Haney. Hopefully nobody gets robbed, or y'all already know how it be like in enemy's territory. Yep, you are 100% right, my brother. Y'all make sure when y'all get in the chat, y'all tap the like button. You know what I mean? Because we want this video to go viral. when they search, Bill Haney, is in Devin Haney's corner, he gets, granted 11th hour approval for travel, visa to be in his son's corner, that this video is the one that pops up. The likes mean a whole lot. If the likes didn't mean a lot, we wouldn't be saying, hit the like button, But it is what it is, y'all. Now, we had George Kambosos a slight favorite in the fight. But now that Devin Haney's dad is allowed to travel to be at the fight just in time to work his son's corner, we gonna call that a game changer. It's a game changer because it looked like to me, I'm just saying that Kambosos was getting in Devin Haney's head, calling him a rat. It's like, you're a rat. Like the ones this big in New York, like, you a rat. And I think that was getting under Devin Haney's feathers. Scared it was getting in Devin Haney's head. This man calling you a rat, and he never denied it. He was, man, you was DMing me, telling me it's your own countryman that he's, cheating on his wife. He's out partying, getting drunk. And he was doing that. I don't believe he was doing it because he's a rat. He was doing it because he wanted George Kambosos to win. That's why he did it, because he felt like he could beat George Kambosos. Soon as George won, first person calling him out was Devin Haney. And if Teofimo Lopez would have won because of the style and because of how good and the terror, and the noise that Teofimo Lopez was making, nobody wasn't knocking at his door. He was knocking at everybody's door, talking about, let me up in this, boy. You hear me? Who wants some? He was calling all the fighters. I'm talking about the top dogs, from, Gervonta Davis to Vasily Lomachenko, all of them. He was calling them the B word. He was calling them all that. Stitches. He was calling them all stitches. He was calling them all that. And once he lost, it was a whole different ball game, man. Do you know how happy that Devin Haney was? Devin Haney, he admitted, he said, I was happy for him, Now, was he really truly happy for him to be happy for him? Or was he happy for him because he was in a position to be able to beat somebody, that had belts versus fighting somebody who had belts, that he wouldn't be able to beat? Or if Teofimo would have won, he would have won. He wouldn't have called him out. He wouldn't have said nothing. He was just, oh, well, we're going to see what next move we make. But he was so excited, so happy for him, so happy for himself, and wanted to get that fight so much. He's like, I got to have that fight. Whatever it takes, I got to do it. So he signed a contract that even if he beats, that's right, even if he beats, let me rewind that. Even if he beats George Kambosos, that he will fight him again in his country. Not once, but twice. Now, if he don't win by knockout or by TKO, I see it really hard to beat Kambosos twice in his country. So I'm thinking if he beats him, that he, depends on what the contract says, that he vacates the belts, because now he's the man, He already done proved that he's the man, What's up, Benny? My man Benny in the building. Drummer for life. What it do, champ? Salute. Yeah. Got to get to the table early, my dog. Glove up. Top what? Time free wasn't allowed in the United States. Yeah. But Australia allows fellas like Bill Haney. We got to keep that same energy. Oh, glove up don't like the fact that Bill Haney is in the corner. He is in the corner. Oh, man. It's going to be a game changer, champ. Larp say, I see George winning since it's in Australia. I think it'll be a close fight. So Devin will have to absolutely dominate. Yes, absolutely. Because if he don't dominate, and that's one thing about me, I already knew going into another man's country, even if I was the champ, you know, my name not being Canelo, me not having red hair, I knew I would be down. So if I fight you in your country, let me rewind that. If I fight you in your country, guess what? I already know what I got to do. I got to take the belt. You know, just say you got to take it from the champ. You feel me? So Devin can't go out there and just barely win. We are not on an even playing field. We are in George Kambosos' country. So when the bell go ding ding, he already down. And like Gino said, you know, one of the judges already got him up, George Kambosos. Yeah, let that man live. So he should have actually been able to go over there, I believe. Well, I don't know exactly why he couldn't come over there. Maybe it's because he's a felon. But I feel like he should be allowed to go in his, you know, he's not going over there with a pound of weed or any drugs or anything. He's just going over there to work his son's corner, you know. So whatever he did in the past, if that's the reason why he wouldn't allow him to be over there, that was the past. And Collins, BC, leave nothing to the judges. That's right. That's the reason why knockouts sell. That's the reason why knockouts sell. So you go for the knockout. You know, I'm not trying to make it close. I don't want it to be close. I'm trying to get the belts and get ghosts. I'm going back home, taking the belts back home. And when I go back home, I'm calling out everybody, you know, and you know it's going to be a gamer. You know he's going to be playing games because if he has to fight Kambosos again, if Devin Haney wins, you know he's just going to play games with the belt, and he's going to just use that for leverage. I want to fight Vontae Davis. Yeah, I want to fight Vontae Davis. He's going to say, I got all the straps. I'm the man. Hey, Devin Haney going to say, glove up. You know, hey, I want to fight Teofimo Lopez. What you want to do? You was talking all that. You know, I beat the man and beat the man. You got beat by Kambosos. I beat Kambosos. I got all the leverage. I want to fight Vasily Lomachenko. Y'all keep talking about some Lomachenko this, Lomachenko that. I got all the straps. That's right. It's strap season. Gary Russell, what's happening? And my condolences to your dad. But I got all the straps. If you want to glove up, let's make it happen. Shakur Stevenson. I know you're Olympian and all that, you know. But guess what? I'm the champ. I got all the belts. You know what I mean? Whoever wants some can get some. You know, at K9 Boxing. I'm just calling it like I see it. What's up, Ali? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Got my dog, Rasul. Yes, Rasul Ali. What it do, fam? Don't forget to hit that like button now. You just tapping in, my doggy. I know you was like, smash, stay down, hit that boy, whoop that trick. That's right, that like button. Y'all better whoop that trick. You hear me? Whoop that trick. And if y'all haven't subscribed, you on my channel, you new to the channel, you hit the subscribe button and the notifications. And y'all get them likes up because them likes will make our video or make our live go all the way to the top. So when they pull up, Bill Haney granted 11th-hour approval to travel, you know, to Australia to work his son's corner. This video will be the one that pops up. And they could push the live chat and they could see Spider Moose. They could see Rasul Ali. They see everything y'all talking about. Whatever's going on, for sure. We own it. That's right, Ali. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Yeah, you already know what it is. Politics, Spider Moose, is politics, you know. Always been, as we call it, politics. It's always been politics. Boo, 313 is definitely always in the building. You hear me? You know, Detroit versus everybody. Appreciate you for tapping in, my dog. And like I told my mans in them who already hit the like button when he popped in, you gotta whoop that trick. The like button is the trick. You gotta whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Boo 313. Who you got? Devin Haney or George Kambosos? Who y'all rolling with? Huh? Talk to me. A bark, a bite, overhand right. Who y'all rolling with? Team K9, who y'all rolling with? Devin Haney or George Kambosos? And why? Why you rolling with him? Oh, Boo said, I think it. He said, I think George is too strong for him. George has been a grown man a lot longer than Devin Haney. Devin Haney still young in the game, even though he has more fights. He's what, 27-0. George Kambosos is only 20-0, but he's been sparring Manny Pacquiao for years. And some said that he's given Manny Pacquiao all he can handle. Dale said, I'm rolling with Devin Haney. USA. And even though he's from USA, I don't think he's going to have more than 7 fans at the fight because it's not going to be in USA. We are in Australia. So, yeah, the knees could be shaky, champ. They could be shaky. Lil Black, glad to see our boxing channels like you keep up the good work, brother. Appreciate you, bro. I gotta be unbiased. I ain't about to be just because I like him or he's the same color as me. No, I'm gonna call it ace and a spade. You know, at the end of the day, we all we got. And if you can't keep it real, don't keep it. Let it go. Okay. Oh, y'all hear? You see, y'all hear what she talking about? Sweet Pizza say, I'm listening on the headphones. Yeah, talking about some. I hear you barking, champ. I got Devin Haney. She said he been hungry for those belts too long. I'm thinking like, how long is too long when he only 23 years old? Sweet Pizzas. How long is too long? You know. Now he's probably, like you said, he's definitely hungry for them belts. But I don't know how long he was hungry for them belts. You know, when I turned pro at the age of 21, I didn't win my world title until 16 years later. I turned pro at 21 and won my first world title at the age of 37. Let me rewind that. I turned 21 and won my first world title at the age of 37. Now that's hungry for a belt. 16 years. 16 that is. That's hungry, Sweet Peaches. Hungry for a long time. Oh, Vinny said, whoop that trick. Whoop, stop it. Uh-oh. How long? The NFL. Not for long. It won't be long at all. Oh, man. We about to find out what Gervonta Davis is going to do. I know that Eddie Hearn has been offering him a lot of money. But I think that Al Hammond and them put on a deceased, gave him a deceased letter, a contract that he can't even say nothing to they fighter while he up on the contract. The contract probably will be up by the end of this month. We gonna find out. But if me, that is, was a free agent, show me like you know me. Show me like you know me. Show me like you know me. I ain't talking about Shinobi, but show me like you know me. And we can watch cable. Just put the money on the table. Let's go, champ. Collins. Let's go, champ. Oh, man. Spider Moose say, in those 16 years, K9 won 27 unofficial world titles sparring in the Crunk Gym. You're right, boy. Yes, and the sparring at the Crunk Gym was like no other gym ever. Like, I'm telling you, y'all, real talk. A sparring session in Crunks was better than Majority of all these fights you see, the fights you see with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are the sparring sessions you see every day at the Crunk Gym. Cats was getting knocked down day by day by day. You will see 4 or 5 knockdowns, a few knockouts in one day per day, every day. 5 days a week, you go down to Crunk Gym, you sitting up, watching your son spar. Next thing you know, because the walls are sweating, you like this, because it was so hot down there. So you got heat, you got sweat, you got blood, sweat, and tears at the original Crunk Gym. I'm talking about wasn't nothing like it. And I am happy to say I'm the last original world champ out of the original Crunk Gym. That's right. That's right. So y'all, you know what I'm saying, listening to a 2-time world champ out of a gym that came out of a gym that had more world champions than any other gym in the history of boxing. That's right. Crunks. Yeah, hey, I would love for it to happen, but the fighters nowadays, Lil Black, are spoiled to death. Whoever thought that boxers would be spoiled? At one point in time, boxers were probably getting paid a couple of $100 a fight. We talking about in the 50s or something, right? Now, a fighter can easily make $50 million a fight. They signed a basketball, baseball contracts. Canelo signed a 8-fight contract deal a few years ago. We talking about a few years ago for $350 million. Let me rewind that. Canelo signed for $350 million for an 8-fight contract deal. So fighters are spoiled. But I still don't agree with Dana White saying that fighters are overpaid. I would never agree with what Dana White said. Fighters are overpaid. No, fighters are not overpaid. Your fighters, young man, are underpaid. How could you get kicked in the face, elbow in the jaw, knocked down, picked up and slammed on your head, and make less than a guy that only has to worry about hands? I'm not getting kicked in the face. I'm not getting elbowed unless it's by mistake. You can't bite my ear off unless you Mike Tyson, and I'm not getting in the ring with Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson's best days are behind him. How could you not get paid more money when you have a bigger brand and you have higher risk? Don't make sense. Lower reward, higher risk, make it make sense. It just don't make sense. And I don't know if Jack Johnson made $30,000 back then. Maybe so. But that's pennies compared to what they making now. Pennies, champ. What up, Terry Smoot Jr.? Make sure you hit the like button, bro. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Hey, much love from me to you, champ. Tommy Hearns. Oh, man, one of the hardest hitters of all time. That's right, champ. 100. Absolutely. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Is Kambosos still in Devin Haney's head? They say he's living rent free in Devin Haney's head. But is that true? Now that Devin Haney, dad, Bill Haney, would be in his corner, it's a game changer. We changing the game, you hear me? We went from baggy pants to skinny jeans. That's right. Overnight, within 10 hours, 11 hours, it's a game changer. We went from, Allen Iverson, big baggy pants, crisscross, what I'm saying? Crisscross to make you jump, pants on backwards, to Jay-Z and them, skinny jeans. It's a different world. It's a different world. And I ain't talking about Janet Jackson. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about what's my man's name with the big glasses, Dwayne. It's a different world. Sweet Peaches say they should play the video games at the fight when Kambosos admitted he went against his own countryman when he sparred Manny Pacquiao years ago. That don't mean nothing right there, though, Sweet Peaches. You can spar with whoever you want to spar with. It's different when you sparring with somebody versus you texting somebody or you DMing somebody and you a grown man and you go, hey, listen, man, we talking about, he could have, if he wanted to do it, he could have had somebody else do that. He could have told one of his homeboys to do it. But to do it yourself, hey, it's on him. But I wouldn't have did nothing like that. I wouldn't, as a world champ, a famous world champ with 1 million some followers, reach out to no other fighters, because another fighter is fighting another fighter and tell them, hey man, you know what I mean? Such and such, such and such, you can do this to beat them. Hey, I feel like I could beat whoever I step in the ring with. You know what I mean? I don't have to, try to give you some advice on what you should do, because at the end of the day, you're gonna win or you're gonna lose. He could have gave him that advice anyway and lost the fight. Or he could have gave him that advice anyway and that fighter won the fight. So what's gonna happen is gonna happen anyway. And now look, now it's being told or being said that you're a rat. When you could have, hey, you got the fight, you could have got the fight regardless, And hey, Kambosos was gonna win regardless. That's why he won. So he probably could have saved all that and not looked at, as, a rat. If people look at him as a rat, if he could have just, kept his words to himself. But it is what it is. You say what you say, you do what you do. One thing you can't take back for sure is you can't take back words. Once words leave your mouth, you can't go grab it and say, get your butt back in here. You can't. It's over. It's over. Stop it. It's over. It's gone. Say hello to my little friend. It's gone. Hey, we gonna find out. Greeks say we gonna see a rat beat a Greek. I don't know. That's why we watch the fight. We see what happens. But I guarantee you somebody on this boy, I'm gonna be commentating it too though. So, y'all make sure y'all tap in for the watch party. But we gonna definitely, hear somebody on here say, I told you he was gonna do that or he was gonna go that way. Because for sure, when everybody is saying something different or everybody is saying the same thing, but then somebody else is saying something different, somebody gonna be right. That's right. Somebody gonna definitely be right. Stop it. Exactly. I think it's gonna be definitely a decision. I almost can. I want to say, but it's hard to say. I guarantee, but I want to guarantee. I want to say I for sure know that it's going a distance. I think it's highly a chance that it'll go to distance more than it. It'll be a knockout. Now I can guarantee that. It's more of a if you go look at the odds or look at what's being betted at, I guarantee you that it's more people believe that it's gonna go to this distance or go to a decision than they believe that somebody gonna get knocked out. Neither guy has just unbelievable power. We're not talking about Deontay Wilder power. He's in there. Devin Haney is Deontay Wilder. No, it's not that kind of party. That's not the case. But what we can say is both guys are extremely fast, and both guys are winners. And neither guy ever lost. Never ever, never ever. He never ever lost. So neither guy knows how to lose. But I just give Kambosos the advantage. A few reasons why, because one of them for sure is he's fighting his own country. The other reason why I'm giving him an advantage, he has all the belts. Well, another reason why I'm giving him advantages. 3 reasons for sure. He has more experience. Think about it. He's been in there with Manny Pacquiao for years. He's been sparring Manny Pacquiao for years. And some say that he gave that man good work. And if he didn't give him good work, he would probably be punchy. And from what I see, he looked fresh. He looked fresh. Like a K9 t-shirt. You see little K9? That's my son. That's me. Y'all go represent. Y'all want to get one? All you got to do is go to K9boxingfitness.com. Or you can DM me at K9 Boxing on Instagram. But yeah, I'm rolling with a good fight because it's hard to say, you know what I mean? It's hard to say, and especially now that Devin Haney's dad gonna be in his corner. That's a game changer. So it went from probably like this to this, like, you know, favors of Kambosos over Devin Haney to it's up there now. You know, it's kind of even playing field now. It's like I don't know, but I would still think that you would have to give Kambosos, you know, the favorite. You know, you would have to say he still is favored to win because still fighting in his own country. You know, he is still somewhere he's very comfortable at being. He's been there his whole life. You know, Devin Haney has only been over there for 2 weeks. You know, you've been living for 23 years and you go and be somewhere that you gotta, you know, perform at, and then people gonna be doing boo. They gonna be saying boo. And you gotta deal with that. So, you know, let's see how he handles it. Very, very exciting. Newbie of God in this life. Appreciate you for tapping in. Y'all make sure y'all whoop that trick. I'm talking about the like button. Y'all whoop that trick for sure. Tender, resume boxing say, OG, what does Kambosos do better than Haney skillfully? Things that make you say, what did he do better than Devin Haney skillfully? I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, we're going to have to see these two young men in the ring with each other because I don't know if it's going to be what he does better. I think he's going to have to, you know, fight a perfect fight to beat Devin Haney. You know, I think the adjustment, I think Devin Haney can adjust better than George Kambosos. I think George Kambosos just, you know, he has more experience. Well, he has more experience, and his experience, you know, and being in that ring, being comfortable, and then being in his own country is going to help him a lot. But at the same time, Devin Haney has the will to win, like never before. I think he is in top two. I think Tyson Fury has the will to win more than any other fighter today. And I think that number two is Devin Haney. Being around Floyd Mayweather has definitely helped him, you know, to be able to see how hard, you know, Floyd works and trains. And even though he's rich, you know, it motivates, you know, Devin Haney. This man got way more money than me, but trained harder than me. I think that really helps Devin Haney to know, hey, you know, no matter how much money you get, you got to still work hard to keep it. Because if not, somebody else can spend your money. They could be gone in a heartbeat. Glove up. Bill Haney at this point is only a distraction to take Devin mind off the fight. This is great news for Kambosos. Now, so I might have to agree with you and disagree with you. So we're going to agree to agree and we're going to agree to disagree. Now, you know, if it wasn't his dad, I think it could be a distraction. But, you know, I think with his daddy being there, he's just going to be fired up. You got to remember, his dad has been in his corner, you know, in all his fights. So, you know, not being in his corner would be a distraction. But now that his dad is going to be in his corner, I think that's great news for Devin Haney at K9 Boxing. Yeah. Yes, indeed. I want to see a great fight. Sir Ken say, we are all told that a fighter is most vulnerable after their biggest win. If that holds true, George Kambosos has to re-rise to the occasion after the Lopez fight. Well, I think that, you know, Teofimo Lopez fight probably was more dangerous than Devin Haney fight. Then again, I don't know because think about it. I think that Teofimo Lopez wasn't that focused. I think he had already had his mind set on what his next move was going to be and wasn't really focused on Kambosos. Nobody had even heard of Kambosos, you know what I mean? Other than me and a few others, you know, because me and George Kambosos actually follow each other on Twitter. So I knew of him, you know, but I didn't know of him to be the fighter he is today. I even asked him, you know, if he was willing, what I mean, to bring me in, I would actually help coach him. And he told me that, yeah, definitely he'll get at me. You know what I mean? And I never did revisit that conversation. And we didn't have to. He still ended up becoming a 3-time, excuse me, world champ. He got the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF belt. So, still a game changer in Devin Haney's. I think the momentum swift and shift in the favor. The momentum shift in the favor of Devin Haney's way, in the favor for Devin Haney, because his dad gonna be there now. And I think his dad not being there, was not a good look for Devin Haney. But Devin Haney was gonna still do what he had to do. I just think that extra push, he got it now that his dad is there. I mean, when I was watching the stare down, both guys were intense and were staring down. But I saw Devin Haney swallow spit. And it's like, when you see somebody swallowing some spit, it's like you think that the person is scared or whatever, But, that ain't necessarily got to be the case, Could have, his throat could have been dry, and he probably needed some saliva, to be able to wet his throat. But we fight the fights for a reason. We fight the fights to see who is the best. And we about to find out who the best. Because we'll win this fight. Even though we got Gervonta Davis out there, we got Shakur Stevenson out there, we got Vasily Lomachenko out there. We got, we got probably a few other fighters that, we got Gary Russell, even though Teofimo Lopez, you know what I mean? We got Pitbull Cruz, Isaac, that is. Even though we got some other great fighters out there, I think the winner of this fight is the man. The man right there. The man right here. They the man. Because we talk about all 4 belts. The WBC, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO. And the Ring Magazine belt. So that would make that man the man. But like I said, I have to keep saying, Devin Haney signed a contract that he will fight him again. He will fight George Kambosos again in his country. Again. And if it's a close fight, I think George can actually see the mistakes he made and can get it right. So I don't know. E79, what's up, champ? What it do, What it do, bro? What's really happening? Yes, so the man right there gonna be what wins the fight. And it'll be Sunday. That's right, it'll be Sunday. Sunday in Australia. And Eastern time it'll be, because I was confused when SB told me the fight was gonna be Sunday. I'm like, Sunday? They fight Sunday? Yeah, you gotta remember we fight in a whole different country. So yeah, it'll be Sunday. But that's in Australia, it'll be Sunday. And it's hard to say who I got E79 because I don't know, man. That's a hard one to actually call, a real hard fight to call. I mean, I don't know. Who you got? Who you got, champ? So I don't know. Who y'all got? It's gonna be, mm-hmm. Who you got? I want to do majority of the fans have Kambosos the favorite. I think more or less, more than just, who they believe gonna win. I think a lot of the fans are rolling with who they like more than who they think gonna actually win. They thinking that because they are a fan of a fighter, that fighter gonna win because they're the fan of that fighter, and not actually saying to themselves, you know what? Let me go ahead, even though I'm a fan, let's say of Devin Haney, or even though I'm a fan, let's say of George Kambosos, who do I think will win in the fight? I like both guys, but who will win the fight? Who do I think will win the fight? That's what you should be thinking about. I could be a fan of Michael Jordan and LeBron James, but if LeBron James played against Michael Jordan, and let's say I like LeBron James more, but if I knew he was going up against Michael Jordan, I can't let me being a fan or more of a fan of LeBron James get in the way of me. If I was a bettor or I was betting, me to lose my money or not be right on who I thought was going to win, if that makes sense. Yes, that do make sense. So don't just be, caught in your feelings. Don't say, Devin Haney gonna win, because you like Devin Haney, you like Devin Haney more than you like George Kambosos, or if you think Devin Haney gonna win because you don't even know who Kambosos is. Now that would be more valid that you think Devin gonna win because you don't, think that Kambosos has, the skills or whatever the case may be. But just because you like somebody, both guys are good fighters, but I'm gonna go with this guy because I like him more. That's kind of being biased. It's like, for instance, Devin Haney actually trained in the gym with me before when he was young. I actually had him on this live right here before. He actually was on the podcast, K9 Boxing Podcast. And but that don't mean that just because he was on a podcast with me, I think he gonna beat George Kambosos. Now to a certain extent, it's like, okay, I don't want to blaze, because some people get, caught in their feelings. So me saying, that George Kambosos is going to destroy Devin Haney, and it got back to him. Of course, he would say, if he heard that I want him to be on my live again, he'd say, I'm not messing with him. Or if he did, he'd say, man, bro, why'd you go against me, man? You ain't right. You ain't real. I don't think just because you feel like another fighter is better than another fighter, or a certain fighter could beat a certain fighter, or a certain fighter gonna beat a certain fighter, don't mean that you ain't real. If you a boxing expert, or if you an analyst, you know, unbiased, then you just gonna keep it 100 on what you think. I mean, it might be hard to go against your son. If you commentating a fight, it's hard to say, oh man, I think that such and such is gonna beat my son. That's hard to say. That's hard to. So maybe I shouldn't even commentate against my son. Unless he in there against somebody I know he's gonna beat, I'm gonna be like, man, my son is gonna win a fight. And 9 times out of 10, I couldn't commentate against my son anyway, because guess what? I would be in his corner. So how could I commentate against him? What's up, Cedric Sports Training says, I'm going with Haney by unanimous, not split, not by knockout, but unanimous decision. It would be close, but I believe Haney will win the close rounds. Haney will get dropped. Hold on, let me rewind that. Cedric Sports Training said Haney will get dropped, but still get up and finish the fight strong. If Haney gets dropped, I don't think Haney wins the fight. You can't get dropped in another man's country, I believe, and still end up winning the fight. Because if he gets dropped, I think it'll be because it's a close fight, and he ended up getting caught, and they was trading punches, and boom, he ended up getting caught by George Kambosos. So that means the fight is a close fight. So if he gets dropped, then that goes to the guy, that's in Australia, who's actually the one with the most belts. So on top of a home court advantage, you actually get dropped by Kambosos. Stop it! Oh man, you can't afford to get dropped. Not overseas in another man's country. and you ain't the favorite, because I don't think that Devin Haney is even a favorite, We're about to find out. We about to Haney not going to charge in like this female. T.O. could have won if he was just disciplined, Hey, I think he had a hard time, you know, losing that weight. Some say he struggled to make weight. There's no excuses though in boxing. I mean, it could be valid, but it's no excuses. You can't live by them. We live by wins or losses. Facts. Yep, E79. So I'm going to go with Kambosos all the way in, all life on the line, Tyson. Okay, well, hey, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, boy. So the weigh-in is about to take place. What, an hour from now, 2 hours from now? And we're gonna see, you know, Devin Haney face off. You're gonna see if he's charged up. Will he have different energy, knowing that his daddy gonna be there? His daddy's not gonna be there for the weigh-in, but he'll be there for the fight. But just knowing that Bill Haney actually is gonna be there, he might be supercharged, because in the stare down, in the press conferences, he wasn't looking like he was actually there. Well, it's a game changer now. It's a whole different ball game now that his dad will be there, even though he ain't there now. Still can give, my man's Devin Haney a lot of motivation. What you need? What you need, huh? What's happening with you, champ? The jab, I think, determines this fight, champ. Haney has a great jab, but you would know better. I don't know if it's going to be about jabs in this fight. I think it's going to be about combinations and moving, getting up out of there. Yeah, I don't think neither guy's going to be throwing too much of a jab. You might see a jab here and there, but I think it's going to be about speed. This is going to be fast and furious. This fight is going to be a fast and furious fight. It's going to be blah, 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 and moving, blah, 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 move, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be a lot of punches being thrown, fast punches being thrown. And it's going to sell out, Spider Moose. It is going to sell out. I believe 57,000 people going to be there. Woo! I don't think the fight going to look like Gaddy Mayweather. Mayweather dominated Arturo Gaddy. And I don't think neither fighter is going to dominate the other fighter, Haney is not on a Mayweather level, Of course, I guess Gaddy would be Kambosos. Kambosos actually has more experience than the younger Devin Haney. So, no, it's not going to be Gaddy Mayweather. And it looks like Gaddy Mayweather because, Devin Haney is out of the Mayweather gym. He's a black man, and vice versa. Yep, it's going to be blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it ain't going to be pop slide. It's going to be blah, blah, blah. It's going to be combinations. Pop is just a one punch. Pop is one punch. Pop, pop. Well, two punches. Pop, pop is two punches in the slide. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 shots. You know what I mean? They're going to be trading war stories. They're going to be letting them fists go. They're going to be let me see them hands. Let me see them hands go. They're going to be going at a nice, fast speed pace. Who can throw more punches and then be ready to punch when the opponent is punching. That's going to be the key, to punch when your opponent isn't punching, and a punch when your opponent punching. To always stay ready, Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. You already know what it is. Sir Kings, I get Haney Kambosos is not Linares, and he will get outboxed. Well, we gonna find out. That's why we fight the fights. We fight the fight. We walk the walk and talk the talk. Spider Moose said Gay was shot. You know what I mean? I don't know. Mayweather, yeah, well, he was shot by Mayweather with right hands and everything else. Yeah, and everything else. Ephraim say Haney gonna outbox him. Mark my words. I'm gonna remember that. Remember that. Don't disappear now. If Haney don't outbox him, get right back on here with that same energy now. Bring that energy back to the table. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all tap in though, because we definitely doing a watch party. So y'all make sure y'all tap in. We own it. I just had to go live early because I don't ever get a chance to go live early with y'all. And I just really wanted to do that bad because, for those on a different time zone or, those that actually can go live and be able to tap in, I was giving them the opportunity to do that. You feel me? Carlos, I agree. You agree with what? I'm trying to figure out what you agree with. Oh, you must be agree with what Amram saying that Haney going to outbox him. It can happen. Haney, listen, Haney got speed. Both guys are fast. You know what I mean? It might boil down to who the fastest. It might be that. It might boil down to that. Drummer for life. I appreciate you too, champ. I appreciate everybody that's tapping in though. Smash the like button. You feel me? And if you, like I say, if you new to the channel, you hit the subscribe button and hit the notifications. We at 20,000 so far, y'all, and we still growing. Hashtag dogs are us. Team K9 in the building. Yep, a bark. That's right. A bite, a overhand right. That's right. Welcome to K9 Boxing. Y'all team K9 all day. Yeah. So Team Haney gonna win tomorrow night. Team Kambosos gonna win tomorrow night. One thing I think for sure, I can't really say for sure because it might end up being a draw. What's the chances of that? What's the chances of it being a draw? Huh? Talk to me. And if so, nobody loses. But then again, Haney loses because Haney doesn't walk up out of there with the belt. And now Kambosos can move on. And Haney will have gotten less money than he was supposed to get. And he'd been and flew over there, you know what I mean, to get the experience. Don't get me wrong, that would still be a win-win situation. But definitely Kambosos would move on. He would not take a rematch when he can go, fight somebody else. And probably for more money, like a Gervonta Davis. But Gervonta Davis is bigger than Kambosos. So Gervonta is not going to Australia to fight him. He is not desperate. He got his own fan base. He's doing pay-per-view buys, big numbers. Word on the streets, he got 400,000 pay-per-view buys in the fight against Rolly. Now, don't get me wrong, Rolly helped sell a fight. So, he deserves a lot of credit for that. But yeah, Gervonta Davis is a star. And he is in a driver's seat. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's right. Hit it. Hit it. Yeah, a lot of guys get on here and they do forget to hit the like button. Yeah, so we about to find out. It won't be long. NFL, not for long, Without us playing football, not for long. NFL is going down. It's going down, man. I'm going to give y'all my predictions of who I think going to win probably after I see the weigh-in, Or it'll be before they actually start fighting. I don't know. We just going to hope, as they would say, keep your fingers crossed. Figure of speech, because I don't believe in superstitions. Well, I'm not superstitious. That it's a great fight. I want to see a good fight, man. Lately we've been having good fights. I mean, week after week after week after week. I mean, it just don't seem to stop. It won't slow down. It hasn't slowed down. We've been seeing good fights, and I want to continue to see good fights. And my son is supposed to fight tomorrow, exhibition. I don't know if he's going to take the fight because I will be here live commentating the fight. So I ain't going to be able to work his corner. And when you having exhibitions, someone can get beat and get mad and go pop their trunk and end up going to go grab a gun or something, So, exhibitions, especially underground exhibitions, can be dangerous. Underground exhibitions can be dangerous, That's why I don't be going to the exhibitions that they be having after dark, 12 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9. you know, closed doors, you know, cats smoking weed, you know, popping bottles, betting. Nah, I stay away from all that, you know. I'm professional. I'm a two-time world champion. I just don't do what everybody else do, you know. But hey, I wish them the best. I just know for me and my family, we must continue to go forward. What's up, Steve Z? What it do? What it do, champ? What it do? Oh, listen, I would love to see that too. I think that'd be a better look than, you know, Kambosos and Gervonta Davis playing tag. What's that tug war? Where they both pulling from each other, saying, no, 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 you come over here, my country. No, 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 you come to America. Come. I think that it would be in a better situation. It would be if Devin Haney wins. You know, he's gonna have to win twice though, because he's signed the contract that he'll fight him twice. So that's the only thing. That's the big ticker or kicker that I think is gonna be hard to do. But in a perfect world of boxing, I would love to see, you know, Devin Haney with the belts, because I know we can get a Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis fight. A lot easier, smoother, quicker than we can get a George Kambosos Gervonta Davis fight. I agree with you, Steve Z. Big time, champ. Big time. Definitely want to see the belts come back to America, just for the fact that I think that the fights would be made easier if they came over here. You know, not everybody gonna say, I will fight you in your hometown, in your country, once, and then if I beat you, I'm gonna fight you again in your hometown, in your country, twice. And nobody's gonna fall for that. You know, Devin Haney did it because he's thirsty, you know, he hungry, but at the same time, he's desperate. Yes, he's definitely desperate. Big Timer said tug of war. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? You know, it was. And that's just what they're gonna be playing. For real. You know, if if Kambosos wins, they're gonna be playing tug of war. Nah, you come over here. Nah, you come over here. Well, I got all the belts. So I'm a pay-per-view star. That's just too much to be dealing with. You feel me? It's too much. Yeah. Hey, but you gotta remember, Sir Ken, that if Devin wins all the belts, then it ain't gonna matter if Gervonta Davis signs, you know, overseas with him. They not fighting right away. He had to beat him again. So how long would that fight take? How long would it take for Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney fight happen? Because let's say Devin Haney beats Kambosos. So if he beats Kambosos, we in what? We in June. You know, hey, God forbid one of them guys get stitches, you know, because it takes what, 6 months, 3 to 6 months for the stitches to heal. So, you know, we looking at, if they fight tomorrow, and you gotta remember, if Devin Haney wins, he gotta fight him again. So he fight him again. Let's say he fight him in June, which is tomorrow, June. You fight him again, what is June, July, August, September. Let's say he win again, that's September. So the fight wouldn't happen, you know, with a fight with him, even if he wins twice. A fight like that wouldn't happen again until next year. But now, on the other hand, if Kambosos was to win, a fight between Kambosos and Gervonta Davis could actually happen this year. And time is everything. Detroit Finest, what's up though, champ? Better late than never. You here, champ? Got here before I shut it down. Hey, listen, I don't know, man. Hey, that's a good one. You know, with Devin Haney's dad being able to work his corner now, you know, getting that visa, you know, it's a game changer. So at first, you know, I kind of had maybe, like I still was undecided. I had George Kambosos winning a decision, you know, maybe a split decision. But now, you know, that's just what I had in mind. I wouldn't. It wasn't my official call because I still don't know, who I'm rolling with or who I think gonna win. I wouldn't mind either fighter winning. Like I say, I trained with Devin Haney at the original Crunk Gym when he was a kid. And George Kambosos, we both follow each other on Twitter, so we talk here and there. So it's like, may the best man win. So as a fan or as a commentator, as a realist, someone that's not being biased on who I think gonna win, that's a tough fight to call, Maybe I go see some of their training and I go do a little more investigating, then I can tell you who I think gonna win. But as of right now, I just look forward to calling the fights. And then as the fight goes on and they get to throwing punches, I can tell you who I think gonna win, even before that fighter actually wins. But I still would think that George Kambosos is the favorite still and should be the favorite because he has more belts and the fight is in his country. If that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. But one thing I think for sure is we're gonna have a great night of fights. I love to see young people fight young people, or the best fight the best. You know what I mean? In their primes. I hope that the fight between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford gets signed sooner than later. You know what I mean? We need to see that fight. That fight needs to happen. That's the biggest fight in combat sports that can be made right now. Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. And as of right now, in that fight, I would tell you I got Errol Spence winning. As of right now. Anything can happen at K9 Boxing. So yeah, so we definitely gonna find out in the poll. I gotta look at the poll on who y'all think gonna win the fight. I mean, y'all rolling with Devin Haney, or y'all rolling with George Kambosos. There you go. Better late than never, right? Well, we gotta see first. You gotta make the fight for for us to be able to actually say who's gonna win between those two. Goddess for Life said Haney all day. Detroit Finance says Haney all day. Maybe he might get the Haynes commercial afterwards. Yeah, Errol a beast. You got to roll with Errol. Errol is not nothing to play with. Anytime you almost lose your life, man, and you go back and you still box, you go out there and prove yourself against the top guy, and man, beat the man. The man that beat the man that beat the man, he beat the man. He retired. The man that retired, Manny Pacquiao. Well, Ugas hasn't retired, but who knows? The way he looked, the way he got beat, who knows? That's why we have our opinions. You got your opinion, champ. I got my opinion. I'm rolling with Errol as of right now. And it's hard not being biased, knowing that most likely his trainer going to actually come on my live and we're going to actually talk about the fight, Terrence Crawford's trainer. So it's like, where do I go? Do I change my mind and say, I think Bud going to win now? I might just have to plead the fifth and just say, hey, may the best man win. May the best man win. Yep. That's why we fight the fights, though. Bud is a little smaller. I think Errol Spence has a big size advantage. Stronger, bigger. He's naturally 160-pounder fighting that welterweight. Kind of like how Triple G is. Triple G is naturally bigger, middleweight. And that's why he was destroying all these other middleweights. They were so little, too small. He was carrying that weight good. But now, I think his best days are behind him, and he gonna have some Canelo Alvarez problems in September. So yeah, y'all see what it is now. Y'all see, it's a game changer, y'all. It's a game changer. We got Bill Haney, granted, 11th-hour approval from travel visa. So he on his way to help his son ASAP. ASAP. That's right, Spider Moose. He has a great temperament. That's he said it about your boy. Yeah. Errol Spence. There you go. Either way, it's a super fight. At the end of the day, for sure. At the end of the day, we're gonna call it ace a ace and a spade a spade. That's right. Man, listen, when you hungry, you hungry. Ain't nothing gonna stop you from eating. Cats be hungry in this boy, you hear me? So definitely we gonna find out. Between, you know, both sides, both corners, what I mean, between now and then. Like I say, the weigh-in will be shortly. The fights will be shortly. I'm talking about they got here quick, and that's how it be. You know what I mean? Seems like it's a long time from it going down when you're getting ready for a boxing match. The next thing you know, the days go by quick. It's like time is going by quick. I'm talking about quick. We just saw Gervonta Davis destroy Rolly. Now we're about to see an undisputed champion at 135 who will be able to call all the shots. So if Kambosos wins, he really ain't coming away from Australia. It's gonna be hard, to get him. That's why I kind of want to see Haney win, you know. But then again, it's like if Haney wins, he's gonna have to win again. So that's gonna take up a lot of time. And so it's like I kind of want to see, Kambosos win because he might fight Gervonta Davis next. You know what I mean? Or Shakur Stevenson next. But then, he might not want to come away from his country. So it's like, dang if I don't, and dang if I do. The emoji when a guy go like this, that's the emoji. That's the emoji I'm on right now. Oh, if you're hungry right now, champ, eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I just got through eating some oatmeal. Eat you some grilled salmon. Eat you some grapes. You know? Yeah, nice chatting with you, K9. No winds here on Cape Cod. Going jet skiing. Take care, my brother. Man, be careful. You going jet skiing. You somewhere where it's real cold at? You jet skiing? Hey, he might not be on the same level as Shakur. But remember, styles make fights. He has the will to win. We need to bring the contender back. That's what we need to bring back. Where I was a bronze medal winner. You feel me? To bring the contender back. And I heard the reality show that I was on. Y'all make sure y'all go look at it. The contender was coming back. And the host of the contender was going to be overseas, was going to be Tyson Fury. Real Angel lost. Stop it! Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened early on, big fella, but we back. We in it to win it. You feel me? We been on this boy with an hour and 2 hours and 20-something minutes? Yeah. Usyk gonna have to beat Anthony Joshua the second time, which I don't think he will, to get a fight with Wilder. And that's if Wilder decides to want to get back in the ring. And if he do get back in the ring, then he's gonna have to beat probably Andy Reid Jr. because that's probably who PBC is going to offer him. So it's a lot of possibilities in the heavyweight division. A lot. Not a little, but a lot. Bill Haney, boy, he got to be the happiest man in the world to be able to go be in his corner or be in the corner of his son's fight. And his son, Devin Haney has to be the happiest man in the world to know that his dad is about to be in his corner. It's kind of like when you a kid and your daddy got to go to the army and be gone for 5, 6, 7 years, and then you be in school, and then all of a sudden they say we have a surprise for you, and then you got your eyes closed, and then you open up your eyes, and it's my daddy. It's kind of one of them moments. Great moment. So yeah, we got a great moment coming up, y'all. NFL, not football, not for long. We ain't got that long. Not long at all, champ. Not long at all. So yeah, one thing I believe for sure, is that the real winner is gonna be the fans. Yeah, the real winner is gonna be the fans. Yep. So yeah, that's what I think the real winner is gonna be, because we got both guys fighting in their prime, and that don't happen a lot. Just look at Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. They fought way past their prime. Now for them, it was good because they got the most money. But for the fans, we got a dud compared to what we should have got. But the networks didn't want to put that money up. You feel me? So they did what was best for them and their family, and they still spending that money. Sir Ken, tell them again. Y'all must not be smashing the like button, because for Sir Ken to say smash the like button, that means y'all not smashing the like button. And so y'all got to whoop that trick. The trick is the like button. And like I say, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. D-Trade Finance. I remember me on the Contender 2, champ. Yeah, that's right. I was barking and biting for sure. You know what? I have to plead the fifth. Ricky Ricardo, I plead the fifth on every question you asked about who I think gonna win. Well, Fullerton over Romain. I don't even know the first two guys, Kambosos and Haney. That's a up for grabs fight. That's take your pick. Who you with? It's one of them moments. Yeah, so definitely I'll be well rested for that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be well rested tomorrow for that. No, I will be ready to commentate tomorrow for that. I have a whole lot of energy, I can't wait to the main event. I hate to say it, but sometimes you I just wish you could just scrap the whole card and get straight to the main event. But that wouldn't be fair, and you would never be able to see who the next great fighter would be. Just think, if they did that, we would never see Manny Pacquiao, or it would never be a Mayweather. It would never even be me, a Cornelius K9 Bundress. So everybody is given a fair opportunity to a certain extent. Just tap in and find out, champ. Tap in and find out. Tap in and find out. Yeah, the fight between me and Miguel Cotto was definitely on the table. One particular time, Miguel Cotto and his people used me to be able to negotiate another fight, the fight he had with Austin Trout. After I won a world title the second time, Miguel Cotto and them tried to lowball me, and they found out the hard way is that I care less about what your name is. Show me the money. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And in that situation, I told them to kick rocks. But they were so arrogant because his name was Miguel Cotto. They already had my name, his name on BoxRec, and they had the date, I believe, that we was actually gonna fight. So they put false information out there because they just knew, like, no way that K9 is going to turn down a fight with Miguel Cotto. But guess what I did? I turned it down. They offered me $250,000. Let me rewind that. They offered me $250,000. Now, at the time, you would think that's a lot of money. Of course, it'd be a lot of money right now for me because I'm not the current world champ. But at that time, I was a two-time world champ, and I had just became the oldest world champion in junior middleweight history. Let me rewind that. I had just became the oldest world champion in junior middleweight history. So I felt very disrespected. I really didn't like them for the fact that they had already used my name, you know what I mean, told me that they was gonna call me the very next day after I had got off the phone with his people. So I was excited, told my wife, oh man, we about to fight Cotto, you know what I mean? And the next day I called them and they told me they were fighting Austin Trout. So I put two and two together and realized, oh yeah, they used me for leverage. On a phone, we had a conversation about me fighting him, and I think for how much and everything. I believe they had Austin Trout's people on the phone listening in, and they used that for leverage to lowball Austin Trout and to get him to accept the fight, which had me out there in no man's land. But it is what it is. Hashtag dogs of us. They found out the hard way. I don't care who you is. It's all about me. Absolutely. He there now, champ. Yeah, that's good news for Devin Haney. Yeah, 9EG. I think over here in America right now, I believe it's, to be honest with you, I don't know exactly what time it is, but I would say it's 1 o'clock or maybe 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's probably 2 o'clock. I just wanted to go live early for a chance, you know? I want to go live early sometimes. I want to go live late sometimes. I'm going to go on a podcast and kick the game like I always do. We definitely going to continue to do watch parties. And I'm going to work on another video, another tutorial video. And I'm on TikTok too, man. Follow me on TikTok. My TikTok is K9 Boxing. K, the letter, with the number 9, BOXNG. Not BOXING. Take the I out. Follow me on TikTok, K9 Boxing, BOXNG. Take the I out. Go follow me on TikTok, K9 Boxing, BOXNG. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. They should have came back to the table and said, we'll give you 500,000 for a fight against Miguel Cotto. Or at least they could have started at 350. You're not going to start at 250. And what I could have got the first time if we would have fought, by that time, I had made more than that before in other fights. So you're not going to lowball me 250 when a fight between Miguel Cotto, he has a big name, and I'm a world champ, a two-time world champ. You can't come to me talking about some 250. I felt very disrespected. So guess what? When they called me again, I didn't answer. They text me, I didn't answer. And I ain't mad at it. You feel me? I did the right thing. Right. But then I guess in negotiations, you do want to start low. If you can lowball somebody, you do it, because it's business and you can use a person's name, they value to give a person less money, you do that. But it just wasn't gonna work. They should have thought about how they played games with me the first time, It's not the same guy. And I learned from my mistakes. Or if you treat me a certain kind of way, I'm gonna remember that if you have to come back around and do business with me. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all make like Detroit Finest, and y'all go subscribe to my TikTok. See what I'm saying? It's K9 Boxing. Take the I out. It's no I. It's BOXNG. K9 K9 Boxing. I'm new on TikTok, but we're gonna make TikTok work. I heard it's a big platform on TikTok, so we're gonna make it do what it do. There you go. Oh, it's all good. Just had to definitely let you know that. No, nobody's too old for TikTok. TikTok, what I mean? It was supposed to be for the young people, but shoot, everybody on there. It ain't just for the young people no more. On TikTok, everybody on TikTok making moves, and I think you can grow your fan base even bigger on TikTok than you can Instagram. You got to go find out what TikTok is all about. I know we about to find out, who's the real deal, Devin Haney or George Kambosos. You feel me? So it's not about to be long at all. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share this video. Share this video, man. Y'all should want me to do better and better. As I do better, we do better. So I'm going to continue to support y'all. You know what I mean? Show love. When y'all have something to say, I'm going to post what you got to say, Keep it 100, you know what I mean? But share this to Facebook. Have your cousin, who likes boxing to subscribe to my channel, Help me grow. Help me grow. I'm only 5'7". I want to grow. Help me grow. I'm trying to get bigger, taller. I'm trying to live large, higher, move forward, go all the way up, like the song say. Yeah, it's a great fight. It ain't just it's a great fight because they both undefeated and they both got a lot to win and they both got a lot to lose. You know what I mean? So it's a great fight, man. I can't wait, man. We ain't got long at all. How long? Not long. It's going down, y'all. At K9 Boxing. So y'all definitely make sure y'all tap in tomorrow night. Yeah, I can't wait. But like I say, if Devin Haney wins, he can't go nowhere. He has to fight him again. That's what they said. That's what the word on the streets is. He has to fight him again. It's an automatic rematch. It's in the contract. So I don't know, man. I mean, I wonder what was the reason for taking it. Was it because he wanted to fight, feel like he can beat him? That they said, you can fight me again. I guess he said, at the time, okay, I will. But I bet, or if he does win, I bet you to kick in like, man, why did I give him a rematch? But hopefully in a rematch, if he wins, he can get way more money. He's the A side now, even though he has to fight him over in Australia. Hopefully he's the A side now, that he can actually negotiate to get way more money if he wins, So, hey, maybe he knows something I don't know for sure. Like I say, I'm not looking at the contract. We haven't looked at the contract to know exactly, what the contract says. Trust me, it has to be something in the contract that made him say, okay, I'll do it, He's going to have to box his socks off to get the W because they're not giving you nothing overseas. When you ain't from over there, you ain't getting nothing free. You're going to have to work, work, work. You're going to have to be, very, 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 very entertaining. You're going to have to throw punches and bunches. You're going to have to win by this much, It has to be lopsided. So it's over. It's over. Yeah, we gonna find out though. We don't know, but first of all, you have to win first to even get a rematch. So I think who's in a driver's seat in this situation, in this fight, who has it better? George Kambosos. He's fighting in his hometown, in his country, and if he loses, he can fight him again. It's an automatic rematch, and he has all the belts. It's like he made Devin Haney bend over backwards. Figure of speech to get the fight. But if Devin Haney wins the first time, hey, and wins the second time, he a genius. We're gonna find out. Oh yeah, well, I've been saying that. We all know that was a robbery, you know. Only in America, some Don King would say. But you know, hey, I think Bob has something to do with that, you know. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So y'all got Devin Haney winning by decision. Y'all got George Kambosos winning by decision. Y'all got Devin Haney winning by knockout. Or do y'all have George Kambosos winning by knockout? Do y'all think that Bill Haney being allowed to come and support his son and work the corner will help Devin Haney? Or do y'all think it's going to be a distraction? I mean, even if it's a hometown decision, it's still a robbery. If he won because he was in his hometown on a decision, I mean, it looks like it's the same to me, Spider Moose. It looked like the same to me, champ. I agree with you. If he wins, he probably should drop all the belts because he proved that, you know, he the best. Yes, it's a huge plus. A huge plus. And I could definitely agree with you. It can be a split decision. Kambosos. I can see that happening more than anything. Man, yeah, I think, you know, even though Andre Ward, my homie, I think that Kovalev got stiffed. I think Kovalev actually won that fight. Let's go, champ. Definitely K9 is in the building. Y'all heard what Alan Ball said. Like and subscribe. And Alan, follow me on TikTok. My TikTok is K9 Boxing. Without the I. K9 BOXNG. Without the I. K9 Boxing. You already know it's a dirty game. Yeah. Hey, listen, it's a 50-50 fight. You know, anybody can win. But when you say 50-50, you got to give Kambosos probably the edge after that because it go from 50-50 to 60-40 probably just from the fact that, you know, we in Australia. Kambosos is from Australia. Alan, don't talk about it. Be about it. Go do it right now. While we on the live, I want you to say, K9, I just subscribed to your TikTok. Yep. Right here. Look, you can even show it to me. K9 Boxing. Now, don't forget, it doesn't have an I in it. It's BOXNG. It's mandatory, Detroit finest. Detroit versus everybody. It's mandatory. Definitely should be mandatory. You know, when you start trying to force people to do stuff, they start getting thrown off and they start, you know, rolling their eyes. You know, to see a man roll his eyes looks so yee. So yeah, it's gonna be. Hey, listen, it's gonna be a good fight. I would definitely be shocked if somebody got knocked out. You know, I'm gonna be shocked if somebody wins the fight one-sided. I wouldn't be shocked if it was a close fight. I wouldn't be shocked if they gave the decision to Kambosos. I would kind of be shocked if they gave it to on a decision, unless it's unanimous. If it's a split decision, I would be shocked if they gave it to Devin Haney. It not being in his country, it being in Kambosos' country. Yeah, I fought out of my country before 3 times. I fought in Cancun, Mexico. I fought in Germany, and I fought in the United Kingdom. So I do have experience in fighting, overseas in no man's land, and I was victorious all 3 times. I don't know. He might have pressure. I don't think he got pressure on him. Hey, look, I think he has nothing to lose. I don't know. Hey, I think he has a lot. Hey, listen, I believe that he has a lot of experience, and that's not gonna get to him. He got a lot of experience from sparring Manny Pacquiao, and I'm quite sure he done picked the brain of Manny Pacquiao plenty of times. But you could be right, though. You could be right. I know it was a distraction when I fought here on Showtime in Michigan against E.J. Smith. It was a distraction. People calling me the day of the fight asking me for tickets. So you could be right. Super truthful. What's happening, super truthful? Truth, I doubt it. If it's close decision, they give it to Haney. Yeah, exactly. If it's not close, then yeah. You watched Spink's highlights last night. Oh man, I know you was laughing, cracking up. I took it to that boy. I whooped that trick. Whooped that trick. No, sir. Sorry, but I didn't get booed at in the fights overseas. Forget, I don't know if you know, but I was on a reality show called The Contender. So I had probably more fans than the fighter I was fighting overseas. And they was rooting for me. When I fought in the United Kingdom, they was going like this. K9! You know, real big overseas. I might be bigger overseas than I am over here in America. Crazy as that sound. There you go, my man 9EG from UK. You hear what he just said? The UK loves you, man. Oh, I love you, man. Like Don King said, oh, I love you, man. Come on home. Come on back home, K9. Don King and Don King voice. Yep, that is crazy. But hey, God is good. God is good. Your career getting a belt late on in your career, you should be very proud. I should be in the Hall of Fame. Winning a world title at the age of 37. Started boxing at the age of 18, only having 10 amateur fights, being a fan favorite, and being viewed by 2.5 million people per week. Let me rewind that. Being viewed by 2.5 million people per week on a Contender, helping keeping boxing, going, being a fan favorite on a Contender, and being the oldest world champion in junior middleweight history. Let me rewind that. Being the oldest world champion in the junior middleweight division, that qualifies as greatness. That qualifies as HOF, Hall of Fame. Yeah, being on a Contender gave me a lot of experience, gave me a lot of fans. A lot of fans rock with me, from because of the reality show. When reality shows were in style, when they had just came out, I was on probably the third biggest reality show of all time, The Contender. Make sure y'all go check that out. And once again, too, y'all make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. The letter K, the number 9. Boxing without the I. BOXNG. Of course, I was older when I won my second world title, because if it's a second world title, then I'm going to be older for sure. You go 2 is older than 1. For sure, Spider Moves. It's not kind of amazing. It is amazing. You win a world title at the age of 37. A lot of fighters at the age of 37 are retired. You know what I mean? And I hate to say it, but some of them are punch drunk. They talking like this. So, man, it's amazing, and God get the glory and the credit. I remember fighting Corey Spinks in that fight, man. I was talking to God, like, when is it gonna happen? And basically, I just heard him say, keep working. And next thing you know, and the new IBF world champ from Detroit, Michigan, Cornelius K9 Bundredge. Let's go, champ. Let's go. Shoot, Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Shane Mosley, Larry Holmes. It's just a few of them. It's a lot of them. Yeah, I did defend my belt. I defended and beat the guy that beat me my first fight, a guy named Saku Powell. I defended against Corey Spinks, so I wasn't a one-hitter quitter, and I did actually defend my belt too. And you win some, you lose some too at the same time. At K9 Boxing, it is what it is. Hashtag dogs are us. So man, hey, I'm looking forward to seeing, the fight between Kambosos and Devin Haney, especially with Bill Haney being granted 11th-hour approval from a travel visa to come and support and work the corner of his sons. I think that's gonna give, Devin Haney, a lot of motivation, inspiration, and it's gonna be a different fight. I think it was gonna be a close fight and a good fight, either way. But I think it's gonna be a better performance than it was gonna be if Devin Haney daddy wasn't there. With his daddy being there, I think he gonna actually, fight a whole lot better with his daddy being there than if his daddy wasn't there. So I'll get my predictions tomorrow, before the fight. Y'all make sure y'all definitely tap in, because I'm gonna be doing a watch party here at K9 Boxing. We do the watch party. We go all in. We do the dang thing. For sure. Hashtag dogs us. So big news. Breaking news. Bill Haney will be at the fight. They say better late than never. And shout out to whoever gave him the visa to travel. Now, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to travel in the first place. Like I say, he ain't taking drugs, overseas. You feel me? He ain't taking guns overseas. So I don't know why he wasn't allowed to travel in the first place. But he'll be there. And that's going to give, like I said, that's going to give Devin Haney a lot of motivation. That's going to spark him. I think it's going to make him, that's going to pump him up even more than ever. Hey, I know Kambosos said he was trying to get Devin Haney's dad over there. I don't know how true that is or was. At the end of the day, he'll be there. And we're going to see what happens. I just look forward to a great fight. I look forward to calling a great fight. And, hey, breaking news. Bill Haney will be there. But, hey, will we still get the same results he was going to get in the first place? Who knows? Because now we know that he'll be there. But Devin Haney going to have to go out there and show up and show out. He's going to have to fight like never before. I don't think they're going to give you anything. They're not going to just say, you can have it. You can take this title that we have over here in Australia from the Australians to America without having to go over there and do bodily harm. Like I say, when I won my world titles overseas against Carlos Molina, I had to destroy Carlos Molina to get the belt. When I fought, Colin McNeil, I had to stop Colin McNeil to get the victory. And when I fought Basagorov, they had me down. I was literally beating him. I was beating him. I had to go out there and destroy him to get the number 2 spot to fight Corey Spinks for the world title. So, it is what it is. I'm just calling it like it is, y'all. Definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. You hear me? As always, I'll talk to y'all later, which is later, which can be later on, Oh, I see y'all at the watch party. Y'all have a good evening. Thank y'all for tapping in. Like I say, share this video, man. Facebook, your friends, your cousins, your husband, your wife. Hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. And y'all be easy. Appreciate you, Steve. See, Vinny, my dog. Everybody that always be tapping in and showing love. Thank y'all, man. Always. But yeah, we at it again later on or either tomorrow at K9 Boxing. Let's go, champ.